What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about Summer Walker and her second pregnancy. For those of you who don't know, Summer Walker, she has officially announced that she's pregnant with her second child. And typically when you hear news like that, usually people's general reaction and typical reaction is to say, congratulations. I hope you have a happy pregnancy and a healthy child. But the thing is, though, I think some people, and me as well, feel like she hasn't completely healed from the situation she was in with London on the Crack. And for those of you who may not know, London on the Crack is Summer Sleepwalker's baby daddy. He's the first baby daddy. And basically, he had proposed marriage and she had got pregnant, but he never went through with the marriage. And he also has like 3 other baby mamas as well. And people kind of felt like this is something that's Summer Sleepwalker, like something that she should have seen coming and not have even fallen into a trap like that. And as well, on her album, Still Over It, very much the recurring theme of the album was her, calling out and complaining about her relationship and the things that she dealt with in terms of London on the Track and his baby mamas. But she had announced that she broke up with him and then she got with a new dude named Larry, and people don't really know much about Larry, not sure what he really does. But they both got face tattoos of each other's names on their face. I guess that's where a face tattoo would go. But you get what I'm saying. And right then and there for me, that's when I was just like, okay, this is, headed to Ratchet Town real quick. All right, we're going straight to Ratchetville already again, right? Because it's just like, what's the point of doing that? It's like, y'all will do all this permanent stuff other than getting married, even though getting married can be temporary. You can annul a marriage, you can get a divorce. Yeah, you can remove a tattoo, but it'll be a painful process to do that. And it's also on your face, so you may end up scarring your face in the process of removing the tattoo. And, having children, children are permanent. You can't really get rid of children unless you want to commit a crime or get an abortion. And it seems like that's going to be very restricted, from what I hear. And it looks like it's going to be just up to the states. I don't really want to go into that in this video, but you get what I'm saying, though. And I know somebody gonna come through and be all like, you need to mind your business. This is Summer Walker business. You need to stay out of her business and get some business of your own. And the thing is, Summer Walker, she did share this information with us. That's the thing. And when you share your information publicly on a public platform on social media, things like this, as far as people having opinions and commentary, it's just part of the fame game, so to speak. But hey, congratulations to Summer. If that's what she wants and she's really happy about that, then congratulations to her. I just hope that she's in a whole place when she's doing this. That's really, for me, what it boils down to. I just, it don't have to be marriage, although, I would strongly prefer her to be married, but, I'm not her family. I ain't, her dad or anything, but ultimately I would at least hope that she's in a good place, in a whole place, and entering this situation as with wholeness and wisdom that she acquired from the previous relationship she had. But if this don't work out, the name of her next album, right? The name You know what that's going to be. It's going to be called Very Much Still Over It. To the 10th power times infinity, no takebacks. But, Summer Walker, she is young. She's still young. She's still learning. I mean, we all still learning really to an extent. But, she's, still learning. Looks like it may be a steep learning curve for her. But, we all got to go through some things. You feel me? But one thing I did notice, it's like, as I mentioned before, the face tattoo, that was like the major red flag for me. Also, though, on her album Still Over It, this is her, I believe, her second album, and I did listen to the album. I've listened to maybe a few songs here and there on the first album, but I'm more familiar with her second album. And the thing is, her ex-boyfriend or ex-fiance or baby daddy, London on the Crack, he got like about credits on about half the tracks on Still Over It. And I'm just thinking, it's like, how you letting a ninja who did you dirty get paid off of the pain he caused you? Like, that's not where it's at. So that was another sign that Summer Walker might not be the sharpest tool in the tool shed. Maybe there was just some issue when it came to like contracts, and maybe she was contractually obligated to use London on the Track for some of her tracks. I don't know. I'm not privy to that information, but still, I thought it was weird, right? And it's just like slightly exploitative. And as I mentioned, I did listen to the album Still Over It, and throughout the album, she was complaining about London on the Crack, his baby mamas, being a baby mama, being the fourth baby mama to a dude who already had 3 baby mamas, how he doesn't take care of his kids, right? How his mama wasn't really a part of his career or a part of his life until his career got popping, based on what you're saying. Complaining about broken relationships, broken promises of marriage, right? Basically like the usual hood chick-ish, And that's why I think that album did resonate with a certain demographic. No shade, but just saying. But on the album, she has a song called, well, it's not really a song, but it's a track, I'll say. A track. And it's called Sierra's Prayer. And on the track, Sierra, she's reciting the prayer. The prayer that's famous for her, helping get her Russell Wilson. But the thing is, Sierra is saying the prayer, not Summer. And I'm like, well, Summer, you need to be the one saying the prayer. Like, Sierra, she already said the prayer. Like, you the one who needs to say this prayer to get some, divine intervention in your love life. But y'all know Summer Sleepwalker, a little slow. But the thing is, though, like, both Sierra and Lori Harvey have given Black women 2 blueprints that they can follow. Sierra's prayer is one blueprint they can follow. Another blueprint is Lori Harvey's finesse. Or perhaps you can take the blueprints and maybe rework them a little bit, put your own spin on them. But it's like you got these 2 major blueprints out here and you still messing up. And it's not just Summer Walker. It's, to the other Black women out there. Really women in general. But, for this study, for the study. Well, some of y'all do need to be studied. But for this situation, I'll just keep it to Black women. But notice something that's worth noting. Black men give Sierra and Lori Harvey a hard time. Notice that. They give both of them a hard time. It's like, well, what option do black women have if they want to stay in black men's good graces? Because they'll bash Sierra and they'll bash Lori Harvey, and then they'll bash the baby mamas that they make or that their brethren make, yet want to be so pro-life all of a sudden. And it's like, well, I wish you would be pro-life and take care of the kids that you conceive. Pay child support for the children and the kids that you conceive. Take care of them. And don't have to do it by court order. I wish that if you were going to be a father, you'll be in it to win it and not just being, a father part-time, a father here, a little bit of father there, when I feel like it. Like, nah. If you in it, be in it to win it. And of course, as well, black women have to do a better job of vetting men. Of course, definitely, that's a part of it. But also, black men have to do a better job of being better men and better fathers so that black men, or rather black women, can have great options to vet. And when both of those things happen, I believe that the community will win. The community will rise up. But you do know, it's always some woman out there who, for some reason just don't want to get it, and just be all like, Summer Sleepwalker, girl, you my hero. You done got pregnant by two no good ninjas. Girl, I wish I could be a strong black independent queen like you. You don't need no man. Girl, you got a plan. I want that hood love, that Megan the Stallion shoot you in the foot hood love. You feel me? You feel me? A hood love. Whoa, 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 whoa. Searching for a hood love. Someone to set my heart free. On that hood love. Yeah. But also, I remember Summer Walker, I believe, in one of her songs on her album, Still Over It, saying something to the effect of London on the crack, kind of maybe dragging his feet about even wanting to be in a relationship with Summer Sleepwalker. But when Drake, came around and, hopped on one of Summer Walker's tracks, it seemed like that kind of pushed him a little bit to, seal the deal, so to speak, and be in like a quote unquote committed relationship or an exclusive relationship, quote unquote. But hey, that just goes to show you that, when someone else is interested, people tend to make sure that someone else doesn't get what they're interested in. Even though if that person wasn't in the picture, then it would be like, oh, they're dragging their feet now. But that's how it works. But a quick sidebar, though. A lot of people are ragging on Carisha, a.k.a. Slow Miami, from the City Rats. And, I can understand why, to an extent. And basically, I kind of feel like, I don't know, I think it kind of speaks to black women not having a lot of options, particularly black women who are black men only. And I don't know if Carisha is black man only, but I kind of get that vibe from her, which is fine. I'm not shaming her for being black man only, but more so the desperation that happens and that is created from being black men only, since the pool of eligible black men becomes a lot. It's small. for black women on her level. And her and Diddy are like in some sort of a maybe kind of sort of perhaps relationship or situationship or something. And it's like, well, ain't both of you old enough, especially Diddy, to be past that sort of a phase? That's for like some 20 somethings. And I think Carisha, she may be a 20 something, so that may be her speed. But it's like, Diddy, you like a grown man with grown children. Like, what's up with that? You know, and they saying they both ain't, interested in marriage, which is fine. That's their choice and all. But like, where this relationship gonna really go? you know, it doesn't seem like it's headed in any direction that's good. It doesn't really seem like it's headed towards anything that's worth anything other than getting some promo on the blogs, being featured in the blogs on like a weekly or maybe perhaps bi-weekly or monthly basis, and getting you some promo, which could be good definitely for Slow Miami. And I guess Diddy Bop can get him some promo too. He does have like a lot of money. But sometimes people with a lot of money, they want like the fame with it too. Not to say that P. Diddy is not famous, but they still want some fame with it. They want to be known. And I didn't see the BET Awards. It was being live streamed on YouTube. I don't know if the live stream was like an official live stream or someone just say, hey, let me live stream the BET, them EBT Hip Hop Awards or whatever you call them these days. But I think it was the BET Awards, I think, not the Hip Hop Awards, but I just think like the regular awards. And Slow Miami with her sign, saying go Poppy. And they said that ET Phone Home, aka JT, was, trying to, get her to calm down with that. But, I also did see a clip of Diddy and Carisha on her podcast, I guess. Looks like they're putting it as like her having a podcast that is recorded as well with a camera. But I did see a clip of that, and basically they just talking some mushmouth stuff about their relationship status, and basically Diddy ain't really claiming Slow Miami like that. And they in a relationship, but they not in a relationship type stuff. Oh boy. But perhaps Carisha, Young Miami, and Summer Walker, perhaps they can elevate. Perhaps it's hope for them. Perhaps they'll come into being the best variation of themselves and elevate their mentality so that they feel like, or don't feel like rather, that they have to just, settle for anything, for scraps. But I think I've said all I have to say for the moment. I want to try and leave on a positive note here. So let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below. Until the next video. Adios and goodbye for now.